This is an Entravision production.
Coming up at 9.
The investigation into the 7th homicide of the year continues. Find out the identity of the victim. Mexican officials captured the leader of a drug cartel who operated out of Nuevo Laredo. And police have a new youth program for those interested in a career in law enforcement.
In sports, the Spurs will face an undermanned Thunder team in Game 1 on Monday. We'll explain.
Live from Laredo, Texas, this is Fox News at 9.
Good evening, I'm Lorena Ibarra. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Laredo Fox News. And the investigation into the 7th homicide of the year continued today, but it is still unclear what caused the altercation. Fox News reporter Roger Torres has the details on this story.
Thanks, Lorena. Today, the police department revealed the name of the 24-year-old victim. He is being identified as 24-year-old Raul Medina. The authorities are still investigating the cause of the altercation. Late in the evening, police responded to reports of a shooting on the 1700 block of Cedar Street. Upon arrival, police found the body of 24-year-old Raul Medina. Preliminary reports indicate that Medina's death was caused by a gunshot wound after an altercation between another individual and himself in the interior of a home.
We, at this point, are still in the preliminary phases of the investigation. We're still in the general belief at this preliminary phase that the deceased allegedly went to this location for a robbery.
Today we went to the scene where neighbors spoke to us about different versions of what they have heard.
I think that's why they killed the man that they owed money, and others were going to go in and rob. Who knows really what the truth is?
Agents from the scene confiscated bullet shells and 2 weapons from the scene, a .45 caliber and another weapon. For the moment, the police have made no arrest.
More than likely what will wind up happening in this case is that they will get all the findings and then from there present it to the DA's office and maybe even take it to the grand jury to see if there's anything that may apply in regards to a criminal charge.
In the confrontation, a second victim of 37 years of age was transferred to LMC for a wound in his arm. Authorities informed us that he is in stable condition. The medical examiner and the authorities will continue working on the investigation. Once we receive more information on this case, we will make sure to keep you updated. Reporting for Laredo Fox News, I'm Roger Torres. Back to you, Lorena.
Thanks, Roger. And a 4-year-old boy is in critical condition after he was struck by a vehicle last night in a park located on the 100 block of Century Street. The police report indicates that 4-year-old Andre Villarreal was struck by a trailblazer when the driver of the vehicle was backing up. Authorities said the child was trying to pick up a bottle that was on the ground when the accident occurred, making it difficult for the driver to see. The driver of the vehicle did remain at the scene to help, and police found no signs that the woman was intoxicated. No arrests have been made. The child's head was injured in the accident, and doctors are trying to stabilize him at a local hospital, meanwhile determining if he needs to be transferred to a hospital in San Antonio. And authorities are still investigating a fire that consumed 2 homes yesterday. The fire took place on the 4100 block of Eagle Pass. It first began in the back of one of the homes, quickly spreading to the house next to it. All residents were able to get out of the home safely, but one woman was treated for smoke inhalation and a firefighter was also treated for heat exhaustion. As of tonight, the cause of the fire is still under investigation. The Red Cross has provided the residents with a temporary place to stay. And Mexican authorities have confirmed the capture of a cartel leader in Nuevo Laredo. Fernando Martinez Magaña, also known as Z16, was captured Wednesday in Monterrey, Mexico, in a peaceful apprehension. 42-year-old Martinez Magaña is allegedly responsible for trafficking weapons, drugs, and illegal immigrants into the United States. He was in charge of the area directly across the border in Nuevo Laredo. During his capture, authorities also captured Ernesto Villegas, who was Magaña's accountant. Mexican authorities seized a vehicle and military weapons and communication equipment. This is the second time the Mexican government has captured Fernando Martinez Magaña. And one of our viewers called into our newsroom this morning to complain about getting a boot on his car when it was parked in his own driveway. Ruben Vasquez said he walked out of his house yesterday morning to find an officer placing the boot on his car. The officer explained that Vasquez's vehicle was blocking the driveway.
As you can see by the picture, it was barely my bumper, like a couple of inches from the sidewalk. I wasn't blocking it at all. and I asked him if he can give me a warning, and he's like, no. His job is to just come boot cars.
We reached out to the traffic department, who said that officers do go out looking for infractions, and that when they find one, if there is more than 3 pending infractions, the officers place a boot on the vehicle.
We go out to the neighborhoods to patrol in a special equipped vehicle with a license plate recognition system that alerts us to any parked cars that hold citations.
The traffic department is reminding all residents to make sure they don't have any pending fines to avoid problems like this one. For more information, you can contact 794-1780. And don't forget that early elections for the runoff race begin this Monday, May 19th. Locally, residents will vote for their county treasurer, county commissioner precinct 4, and justice of the peace precinct 4, among other state races. Elections administrators want to remind everyone that proper identification is required to vote.
We want to also remind the public that if they voted in the primary for a particular party, they have to vote for the same party in the runoff. If they didn't vote in the primary at all and they want to vote in the runoff, then they can decide which party ballot they can vote. They will want to vote in. But we do encourage everybody to go out and vote.
Early voting sites include the Webb County Administrative Building, Providence Hospital, the City Annex Building, and the Cigarroa Rec Center. Early elections end on Friday, May 23rd, and Election Day is May 27th. For more information, you can call 523-4050. And today, 19 students finished the Fatherhood Initiative, a course that teaches them how to be better people and better fathers in the future. Students from Laredo Job Corps participated in several classes which dealt with moral values, fatherhood, and education.
The majority of the students and the people that I've worked for don't come from a structured family. They don't come from a two-parent. So they come from fatherless families. They come from broken homes. So if they don't have the correct guidance and the leadership for they can be better parents, better sons, better husbands, they're not going to know how to follow it. So
be a good son, a good citizen, because I'm already 19 years old and I don't really know much about life. And to be a father, I didn't really grow up with a father, so when I have a kid, I want to know how to be a father and just, be a good dad and be a great dad, basically. Give things to my son,
The goal of this program is to teach students that despite having had a difficult childhood, it is still possible to form stable families and reach their goals. And the Laredo Police Department is currently accepting applications for their Explorers program. This program is modeled after the National Boy Scouts program for young adults ages 15 to 20 years old.
Can develop their leadership skills, they can mature, they can learn what law enforcement is all about, they can learn what our patrolmen do, our detectives do, and it's very important for them. And if they have inclinations to join the criminal justice system or a career, this is a perfect startup.
The program is open to male and female students without a criminal record. For more information on the Explorers program, you can call 269-2999. And the Laredo Police Department Association hosted a breakfast for all local law enforcement agencies this morning. The event was at the Union Police Hall beginning at 3 in the morning.
We've been here since 3 o'clock in the morning to serve all those that are working at that time, and even some of those individuals that decide to get up a little extra early before going to work, they would come here to come eat.
This event marked the end of National Police Week. On behalf of our news team, we would like to thank all law enforcement agencies for their work in our community. And after 28 years of attending the Fernando Salinas Community Center, Ms. Guadalupe Vicarelli is leaving Laredo, going to Dallas to be with her only daughter. In her 28 years as a member of the center, Guadalupe shared her favorite activities while attending, which included playing loteria and exercising at the center. On behalf of our news team, we'd like to wish Ms. Vicarelli the best of luck in Dallas. And now we're going to take a first look at weather. And of course, the weather has been lovely. It's been great. Temperatures in the 90s, but tonight already going down into the 70s, 78 degrees for us here in our border area with winds blowing southeast at 16 miles per hour. We've got 30% humidity and clear skies. But of course, don't go away. We'll give you all the latest in weather coming up. Find out why the top official for Veterans Healthcare has resigned and what that means for local veterans.
Your kid's gaming console may be playing games with your electric bill. I'm Tracy Burns with the Fox Business Network. More on that coming up.